Yeah. I don't even remember what we did for intro music. It was so long ago. Did we have any or did it just start?
Is this part of the episode?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember if we had intro music or not.
Yeah. But
Welcome back
we're back.
to the Jimmy Pod or
Neutron Pod.
Neutron Pod. Neutron Pod. That's what it was.
Yeah. Newt Pod.
Newt.
Ned Pod was like that rings off
That
the
one
tongue
really
so good.
The Genius Cast.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean it's the Jimmy Neutron podcast.
Yeah.
The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron podcast.
We're back. It's
Yeah.
been
Months.
Hopefully
try to make the audio better this time. I know the level was low last time, but you just carry on,
You
keep
did
on
a great
trucking.
job.
Well, we're not gonna do the I had some cut where we were, I filmed us watching the movie, so I had a whole hour and a half video of us just reacting in real time watching the movie. We didn't bother doing that because I don't think it added anything to the end product.
Yeah, it was
So,
nice, but it was too much. Maybe.
Yeah.
So
But today we watched the pilot just now before recording. We'll probably watch episode 1 after this and make it just one episode because the pilot's only 13 minutes long.
yeah.
A lot of stuff happened. I mean, the action conflict sequence was very abbreviated.
Incredibly abbreviated. I mean, it was basically just the plot of the movie, but way worse.
Yeah, like the intro part of the movie.
Yes, and like some of the exact same dialogue carryover. Carl looks like he looks horrible.
I don't know how they did it. Everyone else looks pretty much identical, but he looks way more fucked up.
Yeah, like a lot of people had just little tweaks. Like Hugh lost his weirdly large mutton chops. I think he still has mutton chops,
Yeah, probably.
but they're
Seems
like
like-
weirdly large, and his cheeks are super big in this.
Everybody looks a little more plastic, a little more rubber.
It's a pilot, yeah. It's a test animation, basically.
I mean, the animation really looks like a video game.
It looks like an old dad video game.
And especially, I don't know if you noticed the framing of all the shots. Like almost every time someone's talking alone, they're in the middle. They're framed in the middle of the thing,
No rule of thirds being used.
which really makes it feel like a video game.
Yeah.
Especially when the mom is talking to him directly. It's like a cutscene in a video game.
She's just like right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Just
And then he takes But yeah, he launches Carl off the roof into orbit.
They never
Mom
really
gets mad.
yeah, he just stays up there the whole episode too.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, Carl. Yeah,
Yeah.
he comes back at the end. But
I don't
They-
know.
they're like, how many times? Yeah, the line about how many times did you launch him off the roof? That's in there. That's from the movie.
the rockets are adult, big, fiery things.
Yeah, Hugh
For-
gives him a
For
talk.
grown-ups,
He gives him a man-to-man talk.
and grounds him. And instead of sneaking out
Yeah.
like he did in the movie, he just is like, I'm gonna run away.
Goddard gives him the 3 different potential scenarios. Either that his parents love him, which I guess is not the case.
Lame.
And then what even was the other one? Oh, is it create a future device
Yeah.
and go into the future?
Escape to the future.
Yeah. And then the other one was, like you said, sneak out. This time he decides to run away. So he just walks down the stairs. They don't enforce the grounding. They just let him run away. He Neutron's trying to use reverse psychology.
Which kind of works in a way.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy just is like, yeah, I'm gonna run away, and they're like, okay, bye.
You want them to be like, no, don't go. But they're like, go.
Go.
We don't want you here anymore.
But they also probably
Son.
don't think about, oh, he's just gonna get in his rocket and blast off to outer space.
Well, we don't exactly know. Are they aware of his underground,
impossible to say.
whole thing he has there?
I mean, it's DNA scan hidden behind a painting in the shed.
Theoretically, well, I don't know. I mean, they share. I guess they don't have identical DNA, but they share a lot of DNA, obviously.
Yeah.
Assuming they're actually his blood parents.
And this is not a government conspiracy like we have spoken about.
Do you think that it would? Yeah, like if they use their own hair, like if Hugh Neutron took a hair out, it wouldn't let him in
I don't think so.
because it's not exactly right.
It's not the same. He doesn't have the genius gene.
Well, if he had a twin, would that be the same or is that different? I don't know how that works.
I don't know either.
Or maybe is there an episode where
Geneticists, get in the comments. Tell us.
does he clone himself at any point?
Yes.
He would have to.
Because there's the whole episodes with his clones that all have different personalities.
Okay.
Because there's Cool Jimmy, and there's pathetic Jimmy.
This show's got kind of a lot in common with Family Matters. You know, with Urkel.
Yeah.
He's basically Urkel.
He is more, well, yeah. And he even has his catchphrase. Instead of, did I do that? It's got a blast.
Yeah, well, you know, everybody's got a catchphrase, but not everybody's like a genius that creates crazy, inventions
and
and like.
I guess, but Jimmy's not girl crazy yet.
Is Urkel girl crazy?
Yeah, that's his whole shtick.
Yeah, I guess so.
He shows up at the house. I forget what the character's name is.
He's older though. He's not a.
It's true. He's not a 10-year-old boy.
Fifth grader? Is that Jimmy or third grader? How old is he supposed to be? Fourth?
He's 10.
How do you know that?
Because they literally were talking about. His mom said in this episode, like,
yeah.
The stratosphere is no place for a 10-year-old boy.
So what age is that? What grade is that? You think? I don't know.
I don't remember. Okay, I guess.
Elementary school. Early
Yes,
elementary school.
Definitely elementary school. Or is that middle school? Is 5th grade middle school? Or 6th, 7th, and 8th?
5th grade is not middle school.
No, that's still elementary school.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they gave Carl like worse acne. He's got like blotchy skin. Is the main difference.
He's not even like a cartoonish how he is in the show. He's just like a cartoonish big kid.
Yeah.
He's just ugly in this.
He's ugly.
He's just disgusting. I understand why they changed him so drastically.
Yeah, it's just they did him real dirty.
Very dirty. And then there was the weird guy in the car on the escape.
Well, yeah, that was good because he just like screams.
He's just like I think that guy was made of like
there's a real blood curdling
10
scream
polygons
because he thinks yeah. Well, when Hugh Neutron's talking, the inside of his mouth is almost like you can see through it, like the level
void
of animation that it is. Like it's like
a pilot.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I guess he got the idea across.
It was enough. Hey, this was enough for Nickelodeon to be like, we want a movie.
Yeah.
Of this.
But yeah, that's so he goes, escapes, he runs away just to his underground lair. He launches his rocket.
Mm-hmm.
He takes off, and he's like, bouncing on the street, and that's when he almost hits the guy in the car. And then they come up on the city. Do they ever address that they're like in a, I guess, suburb? What is it? Retroville is like a suburb of some bigger city with skyscrapers and shit.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever come up again. I think they cut that
because it's right there. It didn't take him. I mean, he's going fast. So
he's in a rocket.
Yeah, so maybe it's a couple miles away.
Maybe
but
it's the next county. But he like is almost crashing into a skyscraper.
I bet like a lot of Hugh Neutron's, people his age, they have to commute to that city to work. Probably.
In the pilot, I bet Hugh works there.
He's a he like sells shit door to door. Isn't that his thing? Isn't he a salesman?
Oh, he is a salesman. How is he at home so often if he's a salesman?
He makes his own schedule,
He's a really good salesman.
I don't know. I think that I think Judy is her name? Is it Judy Neutron?
That sounds right.
I don't know if they say it in this I but I think that that's her name. I feel like her family probably has old money, and they probably live off of that.
I could totally see that, but also
and Hugh married into it.
From what I remember later in the show, I don't believe that is the case.
What do you mean?
Because there's the whole shtick of when he goes back in time to get his parents rich.
Oh, okay.
Because they're not rich. They can't afford like the encyclopedias that he wants.
They do like a Back to the Future episode?
Yeah. He goes back in time and tells his dad not to
become a door-to-door duck salesman or whatever he is.
Not to sell some stock or something that he has, or not to invest in something, and tells him to invest in it. And then when he goes back to the future, his parents are rich with gold bars and being dicks.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what happens in Back to the Future.
Exactly, yeah. Well, not really. His parents don't become rich. Well, I guess they do.
They kind of do.
Okay, no, I was thinking about the Biff portion, but no.
That's the second one.
That's the second one, yeah.
They make him into like their slave in the first one. He at the end of the movie, basically. He's like
He basically does. Oh boy.
Those are good though.
Those are good. Okay, so and we get the chicken race, the egg people.
Yeah, so they show up. The what is their race called? I don't remember.
Maglobian?
Do they have a name? They must.
I'm looking at my notes from last time.
I don't remember what they are called. I know Poltra.
Poltralites? Poltronite?
Poltrons.
Poltrons? I'm sure. I mean, we're gonna see them again, so we'll figure it out at some point. But
Yeah, man, I don't know. Do they say it? Do you remember if they said it in the other one, and we just don't
they
remember?
had to have, right?
Not necessarily.
I want to say it's like Maglubians or something along those lines for some reason.
Magooby is
Maglubites.
Magoogles is the frog from Max Keeble's Big Move.
It is true. Yes, no. Maglubians, right? Or something.
There's no way it's Magloobians. That doesn't sound real.
Okay, I have to look now.
The intro music was really good. It was like that surf rock, like
it's
retro.
It's the classic opening, but it's like extended.
It was the extended version. I mean, it was probably 2 minutes of the 13-minute runtime was just like this, the intro thing. But and then we had a title screen, little freeze frame title screen, with the credits on it. That was good. The score, the music score throughout was actually pretty good, I thought.
Okay, how do you pronounce that? Yoke.
Oh yeah, the Yokians.
Yokians, like egg yolks.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yokian.
I was wrong. They're not.
I don't remember them ever saying that though.
I don't remember them saying that either. To be fair, that is the Google AI overview, but also the wiki says that too. So
yeah, the Yokians are flying around in orbit. They got their sights on Earth. They see Jimmy outside of past the stratosphere.
Oh yeah, no, he's in full blown outer space.
He's in outer space.
He is so far from Earth because of how small it is.
Again, no like open convertible spaceship.
There's an explanation.
Right? And you know it?
I just said it.
That's it? Is that what he says?
The answer is that there's an answer.
Okay.
He's thought about it.
Yeah, well. I know that you said that it comes up at some point. Someone addresses it, but
it is addressed. I want to say probably in season 2 or 3, but
took them that long.
I could be wrong.
Yeah,
it could be earlier.
So they traction beam him into the thing, and then they interrogate him, and then he's like, "I'm just a kid," and then very easily Goddard just taps on one of them and
with a spoon because he does like the egg crack thing where you crack the egg with the spoon.
I never do that.
I don't either, but I know it's a thing.
Okay.
People do like whenever they have like the egg, like the soft boiled egg in like the little stand.
Yeah.
That nobody actually does. Do people still do that?
That's like a thing from like the 60s.
Yeah. So like you crack it with the spoon around the top, and then you take that off, and then to eat.
Yeah.
So I guess he did that because he's from the 60s, apparently.
So I mean, yeah, this show's very 60s retro, sort of vibes, 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
Atomic Age influence.
It's and good then, aesthetic.
And then like Jimmy's like, I'll crack you, and then they're like, you win, and they let him. He is able to fully get into his spaceship, get out, and then they pursue.
And then like he destroys them all as they chase him through an asteroid.
How many different how big do you think the armada of Yokians was? Is it like 20 ships, 50 ships?
It looked
not that many.
Like 15 in my mind. 15. In my mind, it was about 15 of these big ass ships.
And like most of the ship is to store the big gun that comes out.
The giant gun. I mean, if you're like a warfaring space race, why not just make a big gun that happens to also be a ship?
Well, yeah, I mean, but like think about how much space inside the ship that gun takes up. A lot.
Yeah, most of it probably.
That whole middle part.
That was a sci-fi book I read forever ago. Oh my god, it's about like a girl who can see the future or something. Anyways, like one of the ships she pilots later on, like she becomes captain of, is like literally it's just a giant gun with like a little cockpit on top where the crew actually is.
Yeah, I guess that's like that's some sort of political statement, maybe.
Could be.
Like some sort of...
I believe that. Are the Yokians political?
Yeah, I mean, they're monarchists, really.
They are monarchists.
Or maybe they're more like an oligarchy, but they have the king guy, so...
Yeah, he seems like an all-powerful king.
He has a crown.
But also, he's going out like on the front lines of these ships. What kind of king is that?
A noble king.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like,
He's glory hunting.
Yeah.
He's like, we're going to take on these weak humans. We're going to make them our slaves.
Yeah.
And they just sing the word slave over and over again.
Yeah. They're very much like Vikings.
Did Vikings do that?
They took slaves. What do you mean?
Okay.
And if you were a lead Viking guy, like you were definitely at the front. Like
you were at the front. Yeah, that's true. You weren't sitting back at home directing. You were out there. Fair enough. But also he like bitches out really fast as soon as Jimmy has a spoon in his hand.
Yeah, but that might have been part of his plan though, to get Jimmy out of proximity and into like where he could shoot him with the big gun.
So he can't shoot him with the big gun in the interrogation room. That is true.
Yeah, and they don't have the guys that they have in the movie with the Imperial Guard,
with
like
the stun lances and shit. Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't have those guys.
That's true. Where were those guys?
They were just defenseless in there, like pretty much.
What? Yeah. They didn't think this through. They're not very smart.
They have no sense of their own weakness.
They think they're super powerful until they're not, and then they go right back to being.
Like, what kind of other races of thing do you think that they've like encountered and taken over? You think that they've enslaved any other sort of alien races? Or not?
I mean, from the movie, it didn't seem like it, but maybe they're all being kept like below ground doing like horrible menial tasks. So,
or they're just always trying to find something that they can,
or they liquefy them and incorporate them into their own like biology somehow.
Yeah,
they use them as slaves until they all are almost dead, and then they liquefy them.
And that's what's running through the sewers and stuff, all that stuff.
Liquid other races.
Yeah.
Or they make them into Yokians, and then they slave as Yokians. They don't actually slave as humans.
That
or
makes
whatever
sense.
the other race is.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We're thinking too far into this, I guess. But
then they go into the Swiss asteroid.
The Swiss asteroid, and all of the armada goes in there to chase Jimmy instead of just waiting outside for him.
And they go in so it's an asteroid with holes running all through it, like hole this way, hole that way, and the holes go all the way through. So they enter at many different holes and
crash into each other. And
so like one goes in this hole, one goes in that hole, and they crash, and then that happens like 15 times, and then there's none left. And that happens in like 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's very fast.
Jimmy gets away, and then the whole asteroid breaks into pieces, and
the King Yokian once again gets turned into a sunny side up egg.
Yep, it ends just like that.
Then Jimmy comes home, and it's like, sorry, Mom and Dad.
He comes home. He does crash.
He crashes. And then Carl comes back right at the end just to piss his pants.
He had a parachute. Did you see that?
I think was it the underwear parachute again, or was it just a parachute?
It looked like a regular parachute.
Just a regular parachute?
Yeah.
Regardless, he pissed his pants.
Yeah, I mean...
That was weird.
Just because he's like, I got to use the bathroom, and then he's like, never mind. That's just classic.
What a way to end the pilot.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we're going to sell this to Nickelodeon. What's the last thing that we want them to remember at the end of this pitch?
Yeah.
Kid pisses his pants.
Well,
they're going to be into that.
I guess that sells.
It did sell because they got a movie and a series out of it.
Yeah, and speaking of which, you can buy the whole series for $26
on Amazon.
25 and change. It's the whole complete series.
Which we're going to do.
We'll probably get it because the Paramount Plus has the series on paper, but there's missing episodes like the pilot. The pilot's not on there, and episode 1's not on there either.
Attack of the Pants is not on there.
Episode 13 didn't seem to be on there.
Nope.
And then we didn't. I'm sure there's more missing ones. There's got to be, but
there's gonna be, which is weird. I don't know why. Like, was there a weird rights thing with just episode 1?
It's got to be all owned by Paramount.
It's got to be. Why is it not on there?
I don't know. And then at the library, they only have they had some. If you search Jimmy Neutron, it comes up like the movies there. Obviously, some of the Fairly Odd Parents crossovers I think are there. Attack of the Twonkies is on there on a DVD.
Attack of the Twonkies. Oh.
And then 6 multi-pack like Jimmy Neutron and other Nickelodeon movie things are on there, but none of the actual series DVDs. They don't have those. So
crazy.
We're probably gonna have to buy it.
Why doesn't the library just buy for
convenience sake if we're gonna commit to this, which
full series
we have. So
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that's about it. I mean, it was all right.
It was 13 minutes. I think. Have we talked longer than that episode even was?
It's got to be close.
It's got to be close.
If not longer, but
But now we'll go watch Attack of the Pants. We're gonna find somewhere. I think you can get it on Amazon streaming. I think they have it on Prime.
Like to buy?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, I know.
At that point, just buy the DVD.
We're gonna buy the DVDs.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for
not
listening.
on Paramount Plus though.
It's not on Paramount Plus. It's ridiculous.
All right, and we're back.
We're back again.
We watched episode 1. Is it Attack of the Pants, or is it When Pants Attack, or something like that?
I think it's When Pants Attack, but I keep writing down Attack of the Pants.
Yeah.
It's an homage to Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
Well, it's an homage to several things. I suppose,
yeah.
That's one line that Judy Neutron says. I'm pretty sure that's her name. I'm still pretty sure.
I think it is Judy.
Yeah, because he says
this is Neutron.
Well, yeah.
So we watched this episode on the Internet Archive.
Yeah, archive.org or whatever it is. This was a very, very clearly and obviously some sort of VHS rip.
With some sick ads in the front of it for like the Wild Thornberrys movie and...
Yeah, Rugrats collection on video. And then, Wild Thornberrys. There was a Blues Clues in there, which seemed out of place. But
I think it was the British Blues Clues as well.
Yeah, whatever the hell that is.
And the Hey Arnold movie.
Yeah, the Hey Arnold movie.
Which I never saw that.
That's crazy.
I was not a
really?
Hey Arnold kid.
Really? Too urban for you.
I guess
you didn't connect.
It didn't appeal to the country aspects of me.
Yeah.
I never watched Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold's good.
I mean, I've seen bits. I've seen some, but it was just never something I watched. I should go back and watch it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if the movie's the best thing of it, but like as a show, it was good. The movie was
It was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But much like Jimmy Neutron, the show is better than the movie.
Yes, the show already is just so good. The movie's fun.
Yeah.
But the show has a lot more heart, it feels like, to it.
Yeah.
The scenarios are still crazy. This whole episode stems around because Jimmy doesn't pick up his pants.
Yeah.
Just his pants.
He's got what?
Thousands.
15, 20 pairs of blue jeans?
More than that. That pile was about as tall as him in his room.
They were I guess I'd have to look at it, but it looked like they were just all over, strewn over different places.
No, it was like a mound.
He had a mound of them?
He had a mound of jeans. Oh my God.
Where's he getting them? I mean,
I don't know. It was just, where does he store them all? That's so many. Why does he have that many pants in
no
maybe
reason.
one t-shirt?
It's inconceivable. He probably has more than one t-shirt. He's like doing the Einstein thing where he has just a bunch of copies of the same outfit.
I mean, that could be.
He always has that shirt, right?
He always wears that shirt, and he always wears those jeans.
Does he have any other outfits?
I mean, yeah, every now and then when he's like doing stuff, but...
I was pretty sure that he was wearing shorts during the movie.
I think you might be right.
He had maybe jean shorts.
Like some jorts.
I think that's what they were.
I feel like you might be right, but now he wears pants.
Yeah.
Everyone wears pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except for Cindy's friend.
And Judy. She wears a dress.
And Judy wears a dress. That's true.
Yeah, but what's her name?
She
Cindy
shows up for 5 seconds this episode.
Yeah, I don't remember her name. No, they didn't say it. Damn.
That's a bad look for us.
Well, I mean, we're only getting back into this just now, so
it's true. It's been months.
Give us a couple episodes and then we'll get them all down. But
Yeah, Jimmy decides instead of just picking up his pants, he's gonna make them walk. And put themselves away.
One of the first shots of the episode is this like anglerfish type of looking bulldog. And you think that's Cindy's dog, right?
I am pretty sure that's Cindy's dog.
But she lets this dog roam the entire town.
Yeah,
the streets.
It's a wild dog.
It's like a feral dog
that she happens to feed and pet and have a collar on.
And it's like all forlorn.
The neighborhood dog.
It half-heartedly what is it?
It's like it just sits in the street and barks. And then Jimmy walks by and
it barks very half-heartedly.
Yes, in his Star Wars ass. What are those called? Those
it's a mech suit.
The Clone Wars. Those were the The they were.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they weren't
Is it
ATSTs or AT-ATs.
No?
Neither of those, because those
Really?
are Empire class.
The Chicken Walker? But it's not like that,
It's a smaller
though.
version of the Chicken Walker that looks exactly like this because it was on
It's
the
mo-
fight of Naboo and stuff.
It's more
we
like the
played
thing that
Battlefront.
she has at the end of Aliens, like the loader thing.
It's more like the loader, yes.
Yeah. And he's walking with Carl, and there's an ejection seat, and he launches Carl into the
sky.
Into the sky.
He gets parachuted back down.
Every time.
He's always got a parachute.
Well,
whether it's his underpants or an actual parachute.
I mean, yeah, he wouldn't be able to survive the impact without it.
Jimmy might have done something to Carl to make him survive all
this
these
thing.
impacts.
I mean, it launched him way up.
Very high. Honestly, the launch should have killed him.
Yeah, I mean, it made his pants come off.
It did make his pants come off. Allusion to later.
Yeah.
Nobody wears pants in this episode. Hugh, nobody.
Oh well, I mean, once they come off, you mean?
But even earlier, Carl loses his pants early.
Yeah, but
he gets them back.
He didn't want to.
He didn't want to.
That was against
Nobody
his will.
wanted to. All of them were against their will except for Hugh.
Yeah.
Hugh was the only one that did not lose his pants against his will.
Yeah, that's pretty much right. Yeah, it's unbelievable though how many pants he has. I don't know.
It's crazy. So yeah,
he has so many pants that it would be an insurmountable task to put them away at that point. It would take a long time.
It would take a while, especially if they're hanging all of them. Who hangs their pants? Do you hang your pants other than
Certain
like dress
ones.
pants?
Yeah.
I'd hang like my suit pants and my like dress khakis and stuff.
Yeah, the jeans are pretty much folded in. I have like 3 pairs of jeans. Yeah. And they're just folded like on top of each other.
Just fold, put them in the closet.
Yeah.
Done.
You know, I mean, I've hung them before, but yeah, you only have so much room in there.
Exactly. Yeah, he's told he can't go to the movies unless he picks up his pants. So he's like, I'm not gonna pick these fucking things up.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just gonna make a nano chip that does it for me.
Well, that's like when Carl's talking about how he likes to do the folding and the hanging. He could have just had Carl do it.
He should have just had Carl do it.
He would have done it.
Carl, you love doing this.
He bitched Carl out.
How about you? Yeah, he did. He like kicked Carl out. He was like, "Don't
well,
you
like
need to go
he
watch
could have
Llamas?
fully bitched Carl out and like been like, put my pants away.
Put my pants away, and I'll make you a robo llama."
Something. I mean, he might have done nothing for him except for just been his friend. It's like I won't.
Carl seemed to just like it. Yeah, maybe it's like
he likes it. It's his favorite activity. He says. He also mentions that he has some sort of hernia at age 10.
Yeah, he can't eat the spicy ranch nano chips.
Yeah,
which is a nice recurring bit.
It's a recurring joke.
Because of his hernia, it inflames his hernia or something.
I guess, yeah. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it might.
I mean, it's a funny joke, if nothing else.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, he's gonna what is it? The Wonderful World of Llamas or like something like that.
Tonight's episode was Bahama Llama.
What could that be? Is that like
some made-up show that literally just is like Discovery Channel had those like, not Discovery, Animal Planet has those like those shows where it's like all about puppies or all about this thing or all about that thing. It's probably just an Animal Planet show that's all about llamas.
Meerkat Manor.
Meerkat Manor. There you go. See? Instead, it's llamas.
Yeah, I almost feel like it's some sort of weird, like, furry thing, you know?
Carl's a furry.
Bahama llama.
You heard it here first.
They're like, I don't know. It's like Baywatch, but with llamas or something.
I mean, those are probably just
wearing
Bahamas,
wearing bikinis and stuff.
Llamas that they are keeping in the Bahamas. They go surfing.
There must be some amount of Bahamas in the llamas. Some amount of llamas in the Bahamas.
You got there. You got there. I mean, I wouldn't.
There's got to be at least a couple.
That's surprised if there were. Like, I think they're pretty all-weather. I don't think they like it too hot because they do grow a pretty thick wool.
Yeah.
People like to make stuff out of llama fur, don't they? Or is
they
that
come from
alpacas?
the mountains. They come from the Andes. They do? Both. Well, alpacas have nicer fur than llamas do, I think.
What do llamas? What are they for then?
They have wool that you can get from them, and.
But why bother if you can get an alpaca?
They are like a pack animal. They're the closest thing to like some sort of pack animal that there was. I believe in all of the New World. There was no, because they didn't have horses, they didn't have donkeys, they didn't have.
Well, no, didn't they?
No, not until the Spanish came. There was horses here, like in the prehistoric times, and then like it was like a different type of horse with a different hoof. There was no horses here for a long time.
Was it really not?
Yeah.
Didn't Native Americans ride horses a lot?
Only since the 1600s or 1400, whenever they got them from, 1492.
Interesting. I was not aware of that.
Yeah. And they didn't have pigs. Pigs are from the old world.
Yeah, pigs are from the old world. I knew that.
Cattle.
Yeah.
They had bison. That's
we had
about
bison
it.
here, yeah.
But those are not domesticated, really. They weren't then.
They're not really.
They are now, kind of.
Kind of.
They have.
I had a neighbor that had a bison.
Yeah.
He got rid of them because they kept breaking through his fence.
They would just walk over it.
Yeah, they're too big, too strong.
Yeah.
Need a bigger fence than that, and they did not give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's, yeah. There weren't that many domesticated animals in the old world, in the new world, before the Europeans came.
Yeah. We love domesticating animals.
But llamas were.
Llamas were. In South America.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I like that.
It's true. Yeah, they've been. And guinea pigs.
Were those domesticated?
Yeah.
I thought they just caught those.
Oh, well, I mean, they would raise them in pens and stuff.
They would?
For food, to keep them.
I knew they ate them. I didn't know that they...
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, once you catch a couple of them, you can have a little population of them in a pen. It's pretty easy,
I guess it's true. Yeah, they were just little rats, basically.
Yeah. But I do think that watching it with the VHS rip, I think it does. I think it lends itself to the animation. I think it makes it look less weird. Yeah, it kind of smooths it out in like a way.
You're not wrong. Yeah, and the stuttering was very nostalgic.
Well, yeah, it's nice to watch stuff like that. But
I did order the DVDs though. I did, in fact.
Well, this particular user on archive.org only uploaded this one episode, so.
Maybe the rest of them got taken down, copyright strikes?
I don't think that's a thing on archive.org. Somehow that site's like immune to copyright, I feel like, you can watch movies on there and shit.
You think they're on like a server somewhere in Central America?
I don't know how it works. I don't know.
Hugh comes in to talk to Jimmy about putting his pants away and talks about how Luke Skywalker put away his pants.
He name dropped?
He name dropped Luke Skywalker, your hero. He would put away his pants. The Force was strong with his pants.
That seems crazy. How was he allowed to do that?
That's what I'm wondering.
You think that's like a copyright or a trademark?
I guess not. Maybe it was just...
That'd be a trademark.
It'd be a trademark, but also I think mentioning it's not an issue. I think that you just don't see it much now. Or you didn't see it much because it was like, we don't want to mention other media that's not our media.
Well, this is way pre-Disney, obviously.
Exactly.
But still, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we also, I did want to say, Judy has that pearl necklace that she wears. Those pearls are huge.
Are those the ones? Aren't those the ones that Jimmy made?
They may be
from the movie.
They may be the same ones
because he made that massive.
Did she not have one before that?
I mean, why would he give her a pearl necklace if she already had one?
True. Well, I mean, if she likes pearls,
that could be. Maybe that's why he gave her.
No, but that might make sense.
She's like, I might as well wear these. He made them. These are real pearls. It's nice. It's a nice big pearl necklace.
They're huge.
They're massive.
Pearls are expensive, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're fairly expensive.
It's not like...
Depends on the type and the quality and all that.
Yeah, but ones that big would be probably expensive.
Oh, incredibly so. Flawless? Those were flawless pearls, too.
Yeah.
Hugely expensive.
What kind of flaws do they have? Cracks?
Like
black spots?
Since they're made from like a piece of sand as the center.
Okay.
Sometimes another piece of grit will get in there, and then there'll be a little bump, or it won't perfectly form because it's like a calcification around the piece of sand.
Huh.
That makes a pearl.
Interesting.
So.
Never knew any that. Don't know anything about them.
Pearls, they remain clams.
Yeah.
It's an irritant. Then they're just like making a coating.
Is it clams or scallops or oysters? It's not oysters, is it? Yeah.
A mollusk.
I think it may be oysters.
Some sort of mollusk.
I don't know if it's clams.
I forget now.
It could be. Do they all do them? Do they all do it?
Right?
Yeah, you're probably right. We'll verify this real quick, but there was a good bit with Sheen this episode. He has a particular Ultraman doll that has
mussels and other mollusks.
They all do it?
They all do it, apparently.
That's crazy.
Pearls are made by marine oysters and freshwater mussels. Okay. So I was wrong. It was not clams. It is, in fact, oysters. Regardless.
That's what I thought.
It's, a piece of sand that gets coatings of round and round and round and round and round and round over a long period of time. Different species do different colored ones, too. Like there's black pearls, like the movie.
Yeah.
Like in Pirates.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, Sheen has the Ultraman doll with the factory gender error.
They put the wrong voice box.
They put like a Barbie voice box in it.
Mm-hmm. That is a good bit throughout.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that bit throughout this.
It's like, oh my God.
Why did the pants go haywire?
There
was no explanation.
So I can wrap my mind around his particular pair of pants that has the chip in it going haywire. How it infects regular pants that don't have chips in it, I don't understand how that could work.
I don't understand that at all. Is it did he make the nanochip in his pants self-replicating?
I mean, it's like it's blasting them with electricity and somehow just animating the other pants.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, not really.
But I guess it doesn't have to. Maybe it was a feature he put in for later use where he only had to do one nanochip in one pair of pants, and then it could control the rest of them to put the rest of the pants away. So he has one control pair of pants,
right,
to put all the other pants away.
Yeah, but you'd think that there'd have to be some sort of receiver in them, but maybe it is based on static electricity.
That's how they defeat it. Spoilers.
Right. Right. Because that's first teased when Carl shows up, and he has socks stuck to him, and he says he did his laundry.
And he shocks Sheen. Sheen shocks himself.
I guess he's just very dry and staticky.
Carl looks dry.
Yeah.
He's a dry guy. Not a lot of moisture going on.
There's like blue lightning, little static electricity coming out.
They go in to do like day of school.
He sucks Mrs. Fowler's skirt off.
Well, we can't blow past the solar powered jetpack.
Well, yeah.
Jimmy's got his backpack is solar powered.
Well, is that his backpack or is that a jetpack backpack?
I think it's both.
Yeah.
He's got a backpack that keeps his like mech walker in it, and it's got a jetpack.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how possibly could the mech walker collapse into a backpack?
It can't.
Just very foldable.
It's a pocket dimension
mm-hmm.
that it sucks stuff into, and because even if it could fold with the heavy footsteps it was making,
yeah,
going down the road,
it's like tons, like multiple tons of weight,
at least a ton, at least 1 ton, and then he just folds that up and puts it in his backpack. Oh, it's small, so it doesn't. No, the mass is still the same.
Right.
It's got to be some sort of like pocket dimension, or maybe the thing's hyper lightweight and it's just a frame that looks interesting. But I don't think that's how Jimmy works.
Yeah, I don't know. He must have broken the laws of physics.
He always breaks the laws of physics. He goes into space without a helmet.
Right.
Which is explained. But regardless.
That's good.
Okay.
The pants, when he comes back, so like, yeah, they have the little thing with the jetpack. He flies around. The jetpack flies around on its own, goes haywire. Everybody's like, "Wow, you're you're kind of shit, aren't you, Jimmy? Created the jetpack that doesn't even work right." It's like, I don't know. He still made it.
He's still a super genius.
Still created a jetpack.
He's like 10, and he invented a jetpack.
They're like, you kind of suck, huh?
Huh? Yeah, Neutron, you suck. And it's like, what huh? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I created a dimension, like an infinite dimension inside of my backpack.
What? You could store anything in there?
That I can.
Loser.
Yeah, that I can like at will, recall the thing to come in and out of. Like,
doesn't make sense.
I don't know how he launches it.
Also, how does he not keep it with him at all times at that point? I'd carry that backpack everywhere I go.
I don't know. We'll have to see if it comes up again that he can do that.
I'm sure it will.
Like that. Just.
Yeah, so the pants go haywire in class.
He walks on walls.
He does. He walks on the ceiling.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Right.
How does that work?
Because of the pants.
Yeah, but how?
It's not his shoes.
No. It's the pants making him do stuff, and then when the pants stop going haywire, they fall off. Like he falls off the ceiling.
Right.
And then they infect everyone in the playground. Well, not everyone. They infect Carl, Sheen, and Cindy's pants.
Somehow the pants are able to break gravity. Another law of physics broken.
And
Just
they never
like
do
that.
it again.
Well, yeah.
They never once do it again.
No. All they do after that is just kind of run around and infect other pants, and they were doing
menacing.
random, like, they were when Judy says this is like a tribute to Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. That's something
they did
like
fly
that.
on the power lines.
Well, yeah, they're just sitting on the power lines in rows, like birds do.
I thought one of them like landed.
Yeah, maybe, but some of them were like just sliding down a roof. They were like playing on a roof, sliding on the it's
They're
a
just
slide,
trying to have some fun.
doing all kinds of
Fun
weird
time
stuff.
in your pants.
Yeah, a lot of them, the pockets are out, right? They're like,
Yeah, it's like their little hands.
I guess
It's a little pocket.
it's almost like
That's where the main pair of pants was
Sensors.
shooting lightning when he took over
Right.
the, what was it called? The Blue Pants store?
it was the House of Blue Pants.
The House of Blue Pants.
And their tagline is "Home of a Million Pants."
So it's a million pairs of pants doing an invasion on a small town.
Yeah, and the good little joke is that it used to be the House of Blue Lederhosen,
But the market is very small for that. So
Yeah. so they had to open it to just
pants.
really blue jeans.
It's basically just a blue jean place. Yeah. Sure.
And they're all identical,
They're all identical. Different sizes, I guess.
maybe.
But they didn't look like it.
Well,
Were his pants getting bigger?
they got bigger at one point. Yeah, they
How?
got that happened when it got
More power means bigger pants?
Yeah. How did
Carl's pants look insane, by the way. Can we talk about that once they're off his body?
Yeah. What is that? Is that like a size like 64 waist or something?
64 waist down to the tiniest little twig legs.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
it looks like a bird bath almost. With two
Something.
little legs.
Right.
It's insane.
Yeah, they're crazy looking.
Like all the rest of them, it's like the pants get ripped off. Oh no. They're just a pair of pants running away. And you see Carl's pants, which are just so different.
Yeah.
Where does he buy his pants?
I don't know. I mean, they borderline have to be custom made.
They gotta be.
And then Cindy's pants get ripped off. That was kind of crazy.
That was wild that they did that. I was like, wait, what?
I guess it's like, they're like, we don't like girls yet or whatever in the movie.
Yeah, none of them really cared. Well, they all cared a lot when Miss Fowle's pants skirt got ripped off.
What was there a pop in the crowd?
Jimmy's face was like he was like leaning forward in his desk,
I
man.
missed
He
that.
was all over it.
He was like,
He
"Whoa!"
was like, whoa.
You think she was wearing underwear?
The fact that they didn't show her, but they showed everyone else without pants on.
She's like, "My story."
She was not wearing underpants.
That would have been scarring. Potentially.
Miss Fowl is going commando in her class.
That changed a lot of those. Some of those kids' lives were changed forever. Imprinted. They're into gilfs now.
That is the way.
How old do you think she is? 60 something? I mean, she's old. She's got full gray hair.
Yeah, no, she's probably in her like late.
Unless
mid to
she
late
just
60s.
has aged really roughly.
Some people just also age, like some people get white hair really young.
And also, this was a couple years ago. People those sort of generations carry their age differently over time.
You're not wrong.
Like when you look at people from like the 70s and 60s that are the same age as people now, they look older.
They look different, yeah.
Usually, typically.
Different generations and stuff. I don't know how old she is actually. She might. I mean, I'm fine with 60s because she goes out with Einstein. No. Oh, who did she go
He
out
brings someone back from the past, and,
Mhm.
and she falls in love.
Edison.
Right.
It's Thomas Edison. Yeah, that's who she.
I wonder how old he was though. At the time
Of him.
he was brought back.
I mean, he was portrayed as old and crotchety, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, all right, yeah. So everybody's walking around with no pants. They come home. That's when Hugh sees them, and Hugh and Judy.
They're like, "Where are your pants?"
Yeah, and they're like, it's a trend. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's walking around with no pants.
And
And he was like, "That's awesome."
He was like, I'm in on the. I'm full sending this
Yeah,
trend.
yeah,
He loves the no pants movement.
yeah. He's ready for it.
I mean, cool. He's out mowing the lawn, talking to the neighbors. No pants.
Yeah.
They're scared. Everyone's scared.
It is like a weird, like, would the reaction be fear?
No, I mean, if they know, it shouldn't have been fear because they know him. They've been his neighbor.
You'd think.
They know that he is stupid and insane.
Right.
He loves ducks, and he's gonna like. Oh, Hugh's. Oh, what's Hugh doing today? He's mowing his pants. He's mowing his lawn with no pants.
Right.
Like, typical Saturday.
He says something about like he hasn't felt this good or something since he like had a bell bottom moo or something.
Yeah. I remember my bell bottom moo.
What could that be?
I mean,
a moo was like a dress thing.
Yeah.
Though. So it had legs, like a jumpsuit.
Either that or the very bottom of the moo went like really wide at the bottom for some reason.
Like a hoop
like
skirt.
A hoop, but just at the bottom.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's a real thing.
It's absolutely not a real thing.
Yeah.
But they were just trying to throw something funny in for the kids because they're not going to know what bell bottoms are.
You don't think? They've seen them. If you just showed it, you'd be like, "Oh, that's what that is."
That's what that is. Yeah, for sure.
From the Goofy movie, when he becomes Goofy movie 2.
That's
when he becomes a disco guy or whatever.
A masterpiece.
Again. Yeah. Jimmy says he's 89.23% correct. I guess that's like the statistical amount of time that he's right.
That makes sense. We didn't get a lot of Goddard in this
You don't
episode.
think it would be more?
No, I think
he's wrong 10% of the time, 11% of the time, roughly, I guess.
I would agree. Because we only see the episodes when he's wrong.
Yeah, but also
he's made so many inventions that we see that he's got like his own computer. Yeah. He's got his underground lab. He's got all this other stuff.
All the evidence that he can do things correct.
But we only get to see the fun shenanigans on the episodes when he's wrong.
Yeah.
So 10% sounds right to me.
Yeah. I wonder if that number changes throughout the
That would be a nice callback. Later on, it either goes up or down, depending.
Yeah. The It's Jimmy Neutron Time or whatever that song.
It's a bit different.
But it wasn't in the movie?
Oh, that one. Yes. The Jimmy. Yes, that was in the movie. I thought you were talking about the opening song.
The boy band song. The opening song was different than the one for the pilot, right?
I think it was. The pilot,
it's similar, but it's a little different.
It's the same song.
I kind of like
different cover.
The pilot one was better.
You think so?
Yeah.
Pilot one was good.
It was more like surf rock, like.
It was a bit more surf rock.
Yeah.
I like them both, if I'm honest.
Sure.
I just got a lot of nostalgia for this one, so.
Yeah, but so yeah, Hugh going back to Hugh for a second. He says, "Gather around and pull him down."
Well, and he was like, "I'm trying to invite him to my pants. Oh, what was it called?
Pants party, pants off
party. I don't know, something that has a minor connotation to it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good old Hugh. What else? Oh, we got to see the premiere of the hovercraft.
Yeah, the inner tube hovercraft. That's good.
That's gonna come back many times. I love that thing. I wanted that so bad as a kid. I wanted that more than the rocket ship.
Yeah, well, it's more practical, isn't it?
It's way more practical. You can fit more people in it.
Yeah.
From what I remember, it can travel like hundreds and hundreds of miles on a single can of like grape soda.
Right. Of course. Everything's powered by soda.
Or the sun.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the only fuel he has access to as a child, it makes sense that he invents stuff that can run on it.
He's a genius.
He is a genius. I wanted to be that smart as a kid.
Yeah.
I still do. That'd be pretty sick.
Well.
Could fix a lot of problems.
You know.
What else we got?
They do it comes out, they infect all the things in the store. Hundreds and hundreds of pants.
Millions.
Is it millions?
A million. Sorry. Because remember, it's the house of a million pants.
You think that's like not hyperbole? They're like, no, we have a 1 million pairs of pants.
I'm going to take it as face value. Otherwise, we can sue them for false advertising.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and so that's when they go like, we've got Mime World, Cheese World, Rug World, maybe others, but
Well, there's also the laundromat mech that he builds.
yeah, Lucky Joe's laundromat.
He builds a mech with fabric
like-
softener, starch, and some iron missiles.
Lucky Joe is basically like the guy Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I don't know if you know that, but he's got like an eye patch.
Eye patch, yeah. He's like, what a pair of pants are gonna do?
Hey.
And then,
yeah, he says it like, what are the pairs of pants gonna do? Hey.
And he starts laughing, and then he gets attacked and killed by the pants.
Yeah, they circle around him.
What do they do? That's the question.
Right.
What do the pants actually do to you?
That's a good question.
Because like everyone's afraid of the pants invading.
Because they just circle in on you, and surround you.
And like,
but we don't see anybody actually get attacked by them.
No.
Right?
No, we never actually see the actual attack. All we see is like them coming up on Cindy is the closest we get. But she punches them, and for some reason, punching the pants works.
Yeah, punching them, kicking them, hitting them with the starch, hitting them with the iron, hitting them with the fabric softener. All these things immediately incapacitate them, and they don't get back up.
No. So...
But it just becomes like, it's like, you can kill however many zombies, but there's always going to be more of them.
Until you've
solved
the infection.
Yeah. So it's like, they'd be fighting them forever until they get the master brain one, which is the one with the chip.
So then that's when they roll out the red carpet.
Yeah, Rug World.
To build static, because he has a brain blast for static.
Yeah, because you used to be able to rub your feet on a carpet and shit. I guess in your socks. Not in your shoes because they're rubber. They wouldn't conduct electricity.
No, you do that in your socks. But I guess his metal mech works good enough.
I kind of feel like I might have done that before. Have you ever done that?
What, just rub and get static and shock somebody? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, with your socked feet.
There was the house in Georgia we used to always go stay in with my family. Like to visit extended family. Had so many rugs in it. You could get a decent static off of some of those.
Yep. Yeah, well, early on, Carl, when he has the socks on him, Sheena's like, I wish I had a balloon to stick to you.
I think I've done that, but I've more used the balloon to like build the static than anything. You rub it in your hair.
Why do you think that? Because it's rubber, right?
Yes, it still works because it's what is it? I remember the friction. I forget exactly how it works. I'm gonna say something stupid. It's like pulling a lot of the positive and negative charge. It's like using it. It's separating them, creating like an imbalance in the positive and negative charge.
Because of the nature of what the balloon is made of?
I think so. I forget. I remember.
It's like that very thin rubber somehow acts differently.
Somehow.
Because usually I would think rubber would not conduct electricity like that.
It's not a conductor, no. But it's not, because it's not electricity so much as it is, but it isn't.
Okay.
Because it's just a difference in charge. And then the shock is the positive. I think it's the positive and the negative balancing back out rapidly. Causes the shock. So it's a form of electricity, but it's kind of different.
I don't know.
But it's also the same.
All right.
Science, man.
Then he charges up, and then he has a long finger on a like metal
expandy arm thing.
Yeah. And he goes over, and it does like the little like thing, and then it hits him, and that just does it.
It does it. It's like episode.
At that point, the pants are big, and it shrinks them back to regular size, right?
It shrinks it back, and all the other pants fall down like the battle droids.
I just don't. What mechanism is it largening by? Because it's not the shrink ray, big ray. It's just pure like electricity making the cotton in the pants expand. Somehow.
I guess it's the power or the electrical energy or whatever it's gaining from the other pants. Yeah, it's like filling in the gap between the pant fibers so it can expand.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a kid show.
Yeah, you can't.
It's a kid show. It breaks physics.
Yeah,
it's fine.
We have to try and think about these things.
We do have to think about these things. But yeah, and then Jimmy is yelled at his parents. It's like, you got to pick up all of these pants.
Yeah. And there's a million pants.
There's a million pants strewn about town.
All over town.
I'm sure the House of Blue Pants is pissed.
Yeah, how much do you think they're selling those pants for per pair?
How much? I forget how much a pair of jeans goes for.
Well,
I just bought some the other day.
Well, it just depends, doesn't it?
Depends on the brand.
Depends on a lot of things.
Is this a luxury brand?
Right.
I wouldn't think so with that many pairs in store.
But it is a store that sells only jeans. It could be a specialty supplier.
Could be a specialty store, so therefore bigger price tag.
They're all like Japanese jeans. They're like $300 jeans.
I mean, that's about. I did buy a pair of jeans in Japan, and they were very expensive.
Even there?
Well, because I got them like from like a specialty denim.
Because you did the rivet thing?
Yeah, I did the rivets and stuff myself.
Well, that's part of that's more like
part of the experience.
That's more like you paid for the
that
experience.
was like, I think, like $200.
Yeah.
Yeah, like two and a half.
You know, it just depends. I mean, there's cheaper ones and there's more expensive ones. It could be like Walmart George jeans that are like $20 or something.
So and they might, since it's only jeans, they
Levi's are probably like $50, $60, $70 now. Like it's hard. It is hard to say because I haven't bought those.
I did just buy some, but I forget.
Some Wranglers.
Yeah, I always buy Wranglers. I'm a Wrangler guy. Other than the Betty whatever ones I got in Japan.
Yeah.
Betty Smith or something.
Yeah,
along those lines.
I got the Oni. Those were good. The Naked and Famous. So you go to Canadian denim brand.
Don't know that one.
Left Field NYC. Shout out. They make everything in America. Cool
like
stuff.
That. Good stuff.
It's pricey. Ish.
So I'm assuming
you get what you pay for.
This is just a denim store.
Could be like commodity, like it's like a boot barn sort of a place.
They have like a lot of different brands of denim.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's a varied pricing. There's probably some of the more expensive ones. They all look the same.
Yeah, you go in there, they're like, "What are you looking for?" We can, we can place you with, we have every price point.
This end, it's got our cheaper stuff, and it gets more expensive as you go to the other end.
Now you notice the stitching on this, they like point out all the. It's like a car salesman.
You can fit so much ass in this pair of jeans. Smack in a pair of jeans. Oh, hi, bud.
Well, yeah. Do you think that they have a pair of jeans that fits Carl at this place?
I think so.
No way.
We got for the video people. Lebo has come to join us. Say hi, Lebo.
He's got to go to like a big and tall. He's not tall, but he's big.
He's got to go to a big
Husky.
Huskies.
He's definitely husky.
Wasn't that a store?
Yeah.
It was called Huskies.
But that's also like that was what they called like if you're like a heavy kid.
Yeah.
Thing obviously.
I assume that's why they called the store that, right?
I think you're right.
I was never a heavy kid, so I never.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a thing that existed.
It was like in the mall,
right?
Just like, oh yeah, there's the Huskies.
Huskies. Yeah, crazy. I don't know. Have we been? Should we rate this?
Oh, we didn't rate. Yeah, we rated the movie, right?
I don't even remember. It was so long ago.
I think if we haven't been. We should.
Yeah, I mean, per episode.
Should we rate the pilot too?
Well,
this is still the pilot episode.
No.
Right? Are we not doing those in the same recording?
We are, but this is episode 1 that we're talking about now.
We can throw the pilot rating in. Do you want to throw it in and then like cut it and move it up?
No, I don't know. We'll just do it now.
Okay, the pilot.
It's hard to rate the pilot though because it's
gonna be lower rating because it's the pilot.
It's so sloppy.
It's sloppy. But for what? Okay, I'm gonna rate it with the mindset of this is a proof of concept, and as a proof of concept, it's very good. So I'll give that like a. What are we rating
6.5 out of 10.
We're doing out of 10. Okay.
Llamas?
7.
I don't know. No, we were gonna do. Was it llamas or was it a? I think we did decide that we were gonna rate it out of something, but I don't know what it was.
I like llamas. That's good. We'll look back at the episode, and if it's something else, maybe next episode we'll do what we originally planned.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll do it out of llamas.
So you think 6.5 out of 10 for
I'm
the
saying
pilot?
7 out of 10 llamas for the pilot. It is good.
Okay.
All right, and then this first episode, I'm saying 8 out of 10. It was good. It was fun.
I'll do 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Yeah.
It was a good time. Okay, now. I mean, oh yeah, I should write it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep track of that.
Did I put a rating on my other notes? No, I didn't. Okay. I need to borrow your pen.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get this going. Hopefully it won't be so long for the next one. We'll try to keep it more regular, but till then, it's the Neutron Pod.
It's the Neutron Pod. Brain blast.
Gotta blast.
Gotta blast.
He says both.
He does say both.